Patience is so hard. I want the next book, and I want it now. You understand that fantasy series, science fiction series, where we just don't have the next one yet? Let's talk about that today. Hi, I'm Jim with Fantasy for the Ages, the show where my son and I talk about fantasy, science fiction, other nerdy things we enjoy. Today, I want to talk to you about the most nerdiest of things here, fantasy and science fiction series where we've enjoyed what's out there, but it's not done and it's driving us crazy. I've got my top 7 series that I just need some more books, people. Bring them to me yesterday. All right? If you have any thoughts on the book series that I'm going to share here, I'd love to hear them. Put them in the comments down below and look in the show notes for other ways you can interact with Zach and I. All right, this is my top 7, so I'm going to come from the bottom up, and I'm saving the one I'm demanding the most, that I need the most, for number 1. But number 7 is an unusual entry into my list because it's a series that Zach has read, but I haven't yet. It's on my TBR. I'm talking about the Gentleman Bastard series by Scott Lynch. Everything I hear about this series is fantastic. Zach did review episodes on these books, the 3 that are out so far. I want to read them. They're not too down far on my TBR, but I don't want to move them forward because it's been stalled. There's supposed to be more books. I think 7 are planned, but nothing's happening. Do I want to start another series where we don't know when or if we'll get more books? I don't know if I could take that. So that's number 7 on my list. I just need to see some more books, Mr. Lynch. Number 6 is the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson. Now, this one I'm not particularly frustrated on. We've got 2 fantastic eras for Mistborn. I'm just greedy. I enjoyed Mistborn Era 1, that trilogy. Then I've got 4 books in Era 2, and I enjoy those even more. We know Era 3 is on the way, but I don't know when we'll see them. Eventually, he's writing lots of things. I just want it now. Like I said, greedy. My number 5 on this list is The Kingkiller Chronicle by Patrick Rothfuss. Of course, that had to be on this list. Last year, after resisting for a long time, I finally caved. I gave in to the pressure from my peers, encouragement from other content creators, and I read the first 2 books of The Kingkiller Chronicle. And I have read the 2 novellas that are out there as well. I've enjoyed all of it. But those core books, The Name of the Wind, The Wise Men's Fear, they're part of a trilogy that we may never see the end of. We've been waiting for over 12 years for book 3. Rothfuss has made a lot of promises that he has to deliver on with this final book, just with the excellence of the first 2. Yeah, I don't know. Number 4 is in a similar vein. I'm talking about A Song of Ice and Fire by George R.R. Martin. 5 books that I thoroughly enjoyed, and now also for over a decade, George has left us hanging. The promises of the last 2 books. We even have the titles of the last 2 books. That's what we have, people. Titles and promises. Making it worse, the dissatisfaction with how HBO's Game of Thrones finished the series. That is not the finish we want from these books. That may be contributing to the delay. I mean, all the money George has made could be contributing as well, but I think we saw kind of what he intended on the TV series, and no, we rejected it. So he's like, oh crap, rewrite city. Number 3 is the Dresden Files. This is one of my favorite series of all. Excellent urban fantasy by Jim Butcher. We've got 17 books out and a whole bunch of novellas and short stories that accompany them. We were left at a good spot at book 17. It's a fun spot. It gave us stuff to wonder about from what's right around the corner, but we're hungry for more. Butcher's spending his time writing other series, other books. He's a multi-talented guy, but just write Dresden. That's how I feel. Number 2 is the Red Rising series by Pierce Brown. 6 incredible books are out there already. It's literally sci-fi crack. You get hooked, you can't stop reading them. I went through them so quickly. Now we await the final book. Lightbringer, which there was a period of waiting before that came out, but I didn't read these until Lightbringer had just come out. It kind of left us on a bit of a cliffhanger. We want to know how this series is going to end in book 7. We know it's not going to be pretty. 2025? Please? Maybe. The final series that I just need more books from. Number 1, The Stormlight Archive. Brandon Sanderson making a second appearance on this list. Now, book 5, Wind and Truth. It arrives in December. I've already pre-ordered the book. Book 4, Rhythm of War, came out mid-2020, before we started this channel. So it's been a haul, over 4 years waiting for this book. The problem, okay, this is the finish of the first arc of the Stormlight Archive. 5 huge, massive books that have delivered. They've been fantastic. And it's going to be very satisfying, I'm sure, to see this conclusion. But Sanderson plans 5 more books in the series. And on his website, he literally says he's going to take a bit of a break before he resumes writing. Dude, I am not getting any younger. I want to see where this goes. So that's why I need more books. Yes, I'm getting book 5 of the first arc, the conclusion of the first arc. I'm going to love it. But there's a whole nother arc to go, and I want them now. That's what I have for my top 7 list. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, you got thoughts? Put them in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time.